Hello everyone. Let us learn about a poem named The Cow in this class. This poem was written by Robert Louis Stevenson. The poet's name is Robert Louis Stevenson. Dear children, you had a lot of prose lessons and poetry lessons in previous classes. Have you ever thought of the differences between a prose and a poetry? Okay, let us learn the basic differences between them in this class. Writers express themselves in different languages in the forms of prose and poetry. Prose is a form of language that follows a natural flow of speech. Example, a story, a passage, etc. So it follows a natural flow of speech like we speak. Poetry or poem is something written with words in a stylized form with rhyme, rhythm, etc. So here the words are arranged in a rhyme and in a rhythm. So that is poetry. Children, now let us have examples and we can understand the differences in a better way. So let us look into the first example. The woods or forest look lovely against the darkness, and as look into the deep forest, I feel like staying here longer. But I have things to do and have to go on a long way before the night, or else I will be late. I will read once again. The woods or forest look lovely against the darkness, and as look into the deep forest, I feel like staying here longer. But I have things to do and have to go a long way before the night, or else I will be late. So the above paragraph is written in ordinary language, and this is called prose. Okay, now let us have a look on the another example. So this is poem. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. I will read once again. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So this poem was written by Robert Frost. So this is a poem. Dear children, did you see how prose and poetry are different through examples? So words are being used in different ways in both examples, right? Okay, now let us recap what we have observed. So in prose, it is written in sentences that form a paragraph, and it is not stylized language. It is a plain language, very ordinary language it is, or simple sentences. Whereas in poetry, it is written in short sentences, and it is very stylized writing. It has rhyme and it has rhythm. So when you read, you can feel it, you can feel the rhythm. So that is the main difference. So that was the main difference between poetry and poem, poetry and prose, beg your pardon. Children, now we are introduced to the poet of the poem we are going to study. The name of the poet is Robert Louis Stevenson. 1850 he was born and 1894 he died. Robert Louis Stevenson was a Scottish writer. Scottish writer means he belonged to the country Scotland. He was a Scottish writer, poet, and travel writer. He showed an interest in writing at a very early age. He is well known for writing short stories, novels, travel writings, and poems. The Cow is one of his poems and is popular with children of all ages. All the children likes this poem, that is The Cow. Now the poetry section, The Cow by Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, now I will read the poem for you. Poem The Cow. The friendly cow all black and white, I love with all my heart. She gives me cream with all her might, to eat with apple tart. The friendly cow all black and white, I love with all my heart. She gives me cream with all her might, to eat with apple tart. She wanders loving here and there, and yet she cannot stray. All in the pleasant open air, the present light of day. She wanders loving here and there, and yet she cannot stray. All in the pleasant open air, the present light of day. And blown by all the winds that pass, and wet with all the showers. She walks among the meadow grass, and eats the meadow flowers. And blown by all the winds that pass, and wet with all the showers, she walks among the meadow grass, and eats the meadow flowers. Children, now let us understand the new words in this poem, that is the cow. Now I am going to show some words for you. You have to read it aloud and try to guess their meaning. Are you ready? Okay. So here are the words: friendly, might, wanders, pleasant, blown, showers, meadow, flowers. So now you have to read it aloud and you have to guess their meaning. Okay, few seconds for you. Okay, children, now let me reverse the game. Now I will give meanings for you. You should guess the words. Are you ready? Okay. The first one: to move around in wide open spaces. First meaning is to move around in wide open spaces. Second one: deep low sound made by a cow. Deep low sound made by a cow. Third one: very sunny, warm and beautiful. Very sunny, warm and beautiful. Fourth one: another word for drops of rain from the sky. Another word for drops of rain from the sky. Next meaning: wide open space or grassland. Wide open space or grassland. Sixth one: carried by the wind. carried by the wind. Seventh one, food that cows eat. Foods that cows eat. And last one, with much energy. With much energy. And finally, here is the answers for you. The first one, to move around in wide open spaces means wander. Wander means to move around in wide open spaces. Second one, lowing. Lowing means deep low sound made by a cow. The sound which is very low made by a cow is called lowing. Pleasant, which means very sunny, warm and beautiful. Very sunny, warm and beautiful is called pleasant. Next, another word for raining, actually it is showers. Another word for drops of rain from the sky. Next one, meadow, which means wide open space or grassland is called meadow. And sixth one, blown, carried by the wind, which is called blown. And food that cows eat is the grass. As you know, cows eat grass. And might, which means with much energy. With much energy is called as might. Okay, children, you have read the poem many times just now. So you have already read the poem many times. Let me check what you have understood. For that, I will give you few questions. Read the questions first, then write the answers in your notebooks. Did you get me, children? Read the questions first, then write the answers in your notebooks. So, here is the questions for you. First one, what word in the first line is used to describe the cow? First line of the poem. Second question, why does the poet call the cow a friendly animal? Why does the poet call the cow a friendly animal? Third question, what does the cow give? Fourth one, how does the cow spend its time during the day? How does the cow spend its time during the day? The last question, what are the things that she eats for food? She means cow. What are the things that she eats for food? So it's your time to write answers in your notebook. Okay, I hope you have finished writing. Now let us check the answers. So here is the answers for you. First answer, the cow has been described as a friendly animal. So the question was, what word in the first line is used to describe the cow? So friendly animal is the word used. Second question was, why does the poet call the cow a friendly animal? Because the poet thinks the cow is a friendly animal because she is lovable and lives and wanders peacefully around the meadow. So that is the answer. Third question, what does the cow give? The cow gives the poet cream to eat with apple tart. As you know, cow gives milk. Here it is described as cream to eat with apple tart. And the fourth question, how does the cow spend its time during the day? So the answer is, during the day, the cow wanders here and there, mooing, that means the sound made by a cow, in the pleasant open air, eating the meadow flowers and grass. And the last question, what are the things that she eats for food? Answer is, the cow grazes or eats meadow flowers and grass. The cow eats flowers and grass. So that was the answer. So that was about the poem The Cow, which was written by Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, children, now think, recall, and say what is prose and what is poetry. Okay, fine. Congratulations, children. So that's all for today. Thank you.